It was an early wake-up call for Oklahoma fans Monday when football coach Lincoln Riley tweeted the eye emoji that has signified a recruiting commitment. Could OU be adding to its top-ranked? No and no. Instead, it's OU dipping into the 2018 waters one last time with the addition of Corsicana, Texas, Navarro Junior College offensive tackle David Swaby. Coming off a great unofficial visit to OU on Friday when he received an offer from Riley, Swaby made it official by committing Monday. "It's been a great morning," Swaby said. "Been smiling all morning. Really proud to be a Sooner. This is one of the best days of my life." That's not a misprint. Swaby is listed at 6'9" and 300 pounds. Originally signed at New Mexico for the 2016 class, Swaby didn't qualify academically. He didn't enroll at Navarro until the 2017 spring semester, which means he has 4 years of eligibility to play 3 seasons once he arrives at OU in the summer. Swaby had visited Houston and SMU and also had schools like Baylor and Ole Miss in the running, but after the trip to Norman, it was a rep. "It was the coaches that sold me," Swaby said. "I felt at home when I was there. You have no idea how hard it was for me to not commit at his office Friday, as is stress to recruits all the time, never make an impulsive decision." Navarro coaches that made the trip with Swaby to go with whose brass said "sleep on it and make sure you know." Swaby knew Saturday. He made the call to the Navarro staff but, again, was told to relax on the weekend. "If everything still felt right, boom, jump on it Monday morning." That's what happened. Swaby called the Navarro coaches at 7 a.m., followed by conversations with offensive line coach Bill Bedenbaugh and Riley, and it was a done deal. OU players will begin reporting for summer conditioning in 3 weeks, but Swaby still has some unfinished business at Navarro. He said he has to take 2 online classes from June 4th to July 10th, and then he can arrive in Norman for good. He technically cannot receive his degree from Navarro until August but said he can be at OU in July as long as Navarro provides documentation to OU that Swaby is good to go. "Trust me, I'm going to get his in those classes," Swaby said. His long, unique journey is taking another turn. Born and raised in the Bahamas, Swaby grew up in a basketball family. With no desire to play basketball, his family gambled and enrolled Swaby at Fort Lauderdale, Florida, St. Thomas Aquinas his freshman year. Following 3 years there, he transferred to Los Angeles Salesian for his senior season before eventually landing at Navarro. Just 1 year of JUCO film, but Bedenbaugh clearly likes what he sees. When Bedenbaugh arrives at practice, you take notice. "Coach Bedenbaugh had been to Navarro to evaluate me and the rest of the offensive line," Swaby said. "When he first came to practice, my first thought was, wow, OU is really out here watching us practice. I couldn't believe it. OU was showing interest but wasn't extending an offer." Swaby was told by the staff that there were no spring official visits available to use, but if he could make it happen, an unofficial visit could certainly be set up. Swaby wanted to make sure an offer was on the table since he was making an unofficial trip. He said the coaches said it would be, and sure enough, it was on Friday afternoon. One reason Swaby is excited about being a Sooner is knowing Bedenbaugh can develop players of Swaby's height. Swaby mentioned former OU offensive tackle Orlando Brown, at 6'8", who was selected by the Baltimore Ravens in the 3rd round of the NFL draft last month. "I think my biggest strength is my ability to bend," Swaby said. "As big as I am, I can get really low in my stance. My length, wingspan, is a strength, too. I'm able to keep those DNs at a long distance. If I can just get a hand on them, I'll be good." After talking with Riley and Bedenbaugh, Swaby sort of knew. With Bedenbaugh, he would break down film, and Bedenbaugh went over his expectations and what life as a Sooner would be like. Riley wanted to hear more about Swaby's journey and commend him for never giving up on his dream and let Swaby know he is wanted in Norman. "When I woke up the next morning, I still had the exact same feeling," Swaby said. "I knew I could sort of see myself there for the next 4 years. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm so happy to be a Sooner."